This is the second time I'm here. Another thing is I just want to clarify, I did not graduate from MIT. I graduated across just a few streets down at Harvard. So, however, I did go to MIT after I graduated. I was at MIT Lincoln Lab, so we were associated with both. So thank you for inviting me. So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit scandalous, right? We're going to say what's going to be the next 10 gadgets, best gadgets for these coming decades. Now, something I'm not going to talk about. Gadget means device, hardware device. So I'm not going to talk about software applications, so don't comment on that. Second, I'm only going to talk about consumer gadgets, large volumes, okay? So the question is, will AR, VR glasses make the list? It did not make the list last decade. A lot of billions of dollars have been lost in the last decade. And what happened? Will it make it this list this decade? So that's the purpose of my talk. Oh, I cannot make it move. Oh, I can move now. First of all, I'm actually a history freak. I almost went to history instead of electrical engineering in the undergrad. So I always look at history. The first thing is you really have to study what really happened the last 10 years to really predict what's going to happen the next 10 years. So this is a journey. I'm going to walk through the journey, how we're going to get there, how we're going to get there. First of all, let's look at the Time Magazine 10 Best Gadgets last decades. Who made the list? There are actually three things that are very important. These three are marked down. In 2014, 15, 16, 3 gadgets came in, and I'm sure many of us have all 3 of them now. The Amazon Echo, the smart speaker, the watch, which I wear all the time, and then also the AirPod, which I also have, right? What's going on with these 3 things? They really sold a lot. Right now, I think the AirPod this year, maybe will sell, Apple alone will probably sell 100 million units. Why is people buying them? People pay for it. If you look at a lot of them, these 3, a lot of them with convenience, music, phone calls, voice. This is the last decade. What's going to happen the next decade? Well, that's what my feeling is. I guess it's the next decade, the smart glass will come in. The first part of the smart glass, which I call audio glass. Audio is A, right? Audio reality is audio glass, not augmented reality glass. Audio glass will come in. And the end of this decade, with this type of glass, which is X glass, has everything in there. So this, I'm going to tease you now. I'm going to go through the journey, how we go from here to here. And of course, there are other gadgets, which I'm not going to talk about today. The key matter is, can we take the smartphone transition to glass? We have been thinking about it for the last 10 years. Altogether, as I say, billions of dollars has been lost. Now, how going to make it happen? Well, smartphones really has all the interesting features in there. Oh, I always got the wrong one, sorry. But it has all the features, but it is a handheld. It's a handheld. We like to be mobile. We want to be hands-free. How can we move on to the person? How can we move on to the head? Why do that on the head? All your senses is on the head. Look at that. The major senses are really the 2 senses, the sound and the sight. This is all around your head. It's not on the watch. It's actually really not even the earbud. It should be on the head. Another thing to study is the world population. 40% of the world wear glasses, whether it's prescription glasses, sunglasses, computer glasses, reading glasses, 40%. And the revenue per year is about 800 billion. It's about the same revenue as a smartphone. A lot of people don't quite understand that. It's a huge business, right? And the current glasses is to just correct and protect our visions. The key matter is, let's provide them an eyeglass first, and then let's put the smartness in there. Don't go the other way. Don't go begin the smart first and try to make it like eyeglasses. That's what people do. But that's not what I think we should do. And I predicted, last year I already talked about it. This is very important. Eyeglasses first, then smart. The smart glasses can do a lot of things. You actually can make us the superhumans. In fact, I think the first way to augment people is by audio first. You look at the last year, the 3 best gadgets are all involved with audio. Okay. So you can get this information with hands-free. You can also get enhanced a lot of abilities. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Now, why does it didn't take off? We have been too aggressive, myself included. When we started, we said, wow, let's take this cell phone, which has all these activities, ability, put it onto eyeglasses. That's what we did. Too heavy, too bulky, too expensive. We make too many mistakes in the last 10 years. So now we have to clear it up. What I'm going to say is, my feelings, that is the path there. There is a path now, after 10 years, a very clear path to make the journey. That's what I'm going to talk about. I hope I catch your attention to hear me how this journey is going about. First of all, let's look at the paper. There's actually a book done by this professor, Harris, and this is a Harvard business professor. Her feeling is this: when you take a very complicated device into another device, which is a very disruptive device, the first thing is don't do it that way. Okay, you should break it up. When you move to the body or personal things, you should make it this. I think we make it too complicated here. Take this very complicated device and then move into different parts. You first need a center, and then you have all these little components. Like, for instance, airport. This is a very simple component. Just give you the music and phone calls, okay? And then when these things become successful, sure enough, you will come back into this big device again. It will combine, interconnect them together into one device. So the idea, the concept is take the cell phone, break it into different functions, make those devices simple devices, and then it will come back in again into a big device. And that's why we say, at the end of this decade, everything will come back again. This is the book by that. But another thing to put it, I think these things are getting a little too complicated. I don't know how you turn out this way. This is this graph. This is by Clayton Christensen, again, Harvard Business School professor. Unfortunately, just passed away a few weeks ago. The graph is also very famous, right? This is the graph of smartphone. Smartphone will continuously improve the performance. Then we want to disrupt them. The smartphone goes into the human body, maybe on the eyeglasses. Do you give them the same performance? If you do, you'll be many years away to look at the curve. What you want to do is go this way, and this is a time frame. Shorten it. Simplify the functions first before you try to get the same all the functions onto the human body. So that's the key. That is an incredible curve. It's a simple curve. It took a long time to understand it, and it's again human nature. So my own feeling is the first platform where everybody will gel on the eyeglasses is good by voice. This is audio. So the AR glasses should be a audio glass, audio reality. Because remember, sound is one of the big senses of humans. Voice is the new Dutch. Also, you can actually talk and hear faster than you can read and type. Much faster, 3 times. So you can use voice as a communicator. So that's what I'm saying. I think, well, why don't we just build a superhuman being? Using this type of audio or special glasses, you can make a person to do much more than a person can do. In fact, the military has been doing that for a long time. I also, many of my kids, 2 of my kids are both involved in life science. They CRISPR, they slice and edit the genes, and they make new things. But I think that's too slow. Let's use engineering to make the human being much faster. So the key matter is All these 5G sensors and display can give you a lot of functions that you cannot do, but you can be all in your body hands-free, right, on the head. You can do all these things. In fact, shockingly, all these things can be done by audio glass, all of them. You can have your hearing, your music, your personal assistants, GPS, everything by audio glass. You don't need the display. Of course, Kopin is #1 in micro display. Why did I say that? Because I think eventually you do need a display. Okay, you need the night vision. We do a lot of work with military on the night vision. The soldiers fight in the dark. So night vision, so you can do a lot more things than you can do. You can have virtual world. You can do all the stuff today with people talking about. But first, let's do this first. Remember Clayton theory. Keep it simple. That's why, but people, then it's not the first time we say that. Look at how many people come out. Bose came out last year with the Bose frame. In fact, last year I invited the Bose to be at this podium to talk about it. This Bose frame is audio glass, purely audio glass. Huawei just came out. Huawei with the Gentle Monster just came out late last year, a couple of months ago. Amazon announced it. They will come out with Amazon audio glass, which come out later on this year. And then later on, we have a company that spun out our company called Solos, and that will come out actually second quarter this year, actually probably in April. In fact, we're going to show that out there. You probably can pre-order them now. So now what's the difference? Why is Kopin still to come out with this? We think these are 3 early versions. Did not quite solve the problem. It is close, but not. Solo, in my view, is the first one to solve the problem. Why is that? Remember the rule that I gave last year, say the fence rule? The first thing is human first, technology second. That glass got to be something that you wear, is fashionable, very comfortable, can be prescription lens, can be everything. Okay, because that's how people are. People want to look good to people. So what we did, what the Solos did, is this. They actually put the frame in the front, all the computer and battery in the temple. So all this part is done by optical frame shops. You can pick it, anything you want. You like the shape, you like the color, you like the shape because you wear that shape. The frame guys made it snap into the smartness. Second, all these glasses, it's just a regular frame. So these glasses can be pop out. So now you can be sunglasses, you can be transition glass, prescription lens. So all of a sudden, you have a glasses, wears it, looks it exactly like eyeglasses, and you can go to optical shop, get your prescription lens, get your sunglasses, so in fact, you can go outside, you can see it. Okay, that's shocking. But remember, this is the first rule. You got to have eyeglasses people can custom make, can be used in every way or form, the eyeglasses. Remember, $800 billion of worth of the business is eyeglass. Okay. So the question is now, what kind of a technology put in? Is there any worthwhile technology? So the minute I always felt is, when you have the eyeglasses, you have the 2 things that have to be very important for eyeglasses, for audio. One is the output, the speakers. One is the input, the microphones. And what you want to do is very simple. The microphones, you want to be like a virtual mouthpiece, just like this microphone next to your mouth. But yet, it's embedded in the frame, so you don't see it. Okay, that's the key. Over here, there are 2 microphones there, and they're direct to your mouth. So therefore, it's a virtual mouthpiece. Another thing you need to do is you want to have a virtual earbud. A lot of people don't like to have earbud there. I don't like the earbud. But that technology allows you to have virtual earbud. So therefore, you hear, your neighbor doesn't hear, you're hearing it. It's a directional speaker. So it's very important. This is very important for those glasses to be. Your input and output had to be very, very good. Not only that you had to wear, you want to wear, but you want to be able to speak and hear so nobody else hear. So actually with this, you pretty much can whisper to them. You don't have to yell. You make phone calls, you just whisper. People don't even know what you're talking about. And somebody talk to you, your neighbor doesn't know that you've been talking. So that's the key. So this is connected, okay? As I say, this glass connected to a host device. Any Bluetooth device, you can hook up to it, okay? And then after this is a necessary condition. You got to be, people will be willing to wear, and you have a virtual mouthpiece and you have a virtual earbud. Then you put in the speaker sensors. There are a lot of sensors that put in now. With those sensors, all these superhuman activities, other than vision, visual, everything can be done. Okay, so I say this is it. You can have all these audio glasses, and it be a regular eyeglasses, and yet it has the function of the AirPod, it has the function of the smartwatch, and the function of the smart speaker. And yet it's right on your eyeglasses. You combine the three major things that was hot last decade. So we're going to demonstrate. I'm sure a lot of people say, oh, yeah. So go outside. We actually demonstrated. In fact, we demonstrated a few of them today. Everybody's mouth dropped. Say, wow, what happened? So this is actually technology already developed around in Boston area. So it's not developed everywhere else. So now they're putting the glasses out, hopefully in a couple of months.
Hey, John, have you done the scandalous part yet?
Yeah, it's scandalous part. There's a scandalous part.
And you got 5 minutes.
Okay. The trouble is on the scandalous part, because we also like to have the vision in there, okay? I think this is the next battle is to put the glasses in the scandalous part, like you said. I don't like this at all. This is just not good, okay? So how can you make it into regular glass? This is our mission the last few years. And the militaries have been working with us. They want everything small. And the soldiers don't want to wear this. So what is the necessary conditions? You have to be comfortable, just like the regular glass, lightweight, seamless to use. The most important thing is the display has to be very high resolution, and it has to get extremely good image to you. If you give you a blurry image, it's not reality anyway. A lot of stuff I see today, I said, not reality. So why you talk about reality? So you got to be very clean image. So let's look at input. The input is no problem. The sensors are here. The output is a display. Displays are not here. So my prediction is that the display is going to be this display, micro OLED display, around 1.3 inches smaller or smaller than that. And this is already made. Outside, you can share it, see it. And if you have display like this, it's pretty shocking. Okay, just see what happened. I will not go into detail how this display is built. Okay, it can be very high resolution, extremely bright, high brightness. But with that, what happened? Well, if you have a display like a 2K by 2K, which is a 4K TV, you can have a horizontal view where, like, say, 60 degrees everybody wants. A 3K by 3K is a 9K TV display will give you about 100-degree horizontal view. What's that mean? Wow. If you're sitting 10 feet away and look at TV, 70-inch TV, does only give you a horizontal view about 20. So once you have a 2K by 2K, you can have a 200-300 inch TV diagonal and still very sharp image. If you have a 90 though, you will get about 300-inch TV. A lot of people don't quite understand. They're asking for all these things. This is incredibly difficult to do. But yet, we have it. Like outside, we'll show this 1.3 TV, which is about 6.5K TV, okay? And yet, it's all squeezed in down to 1.3 inch. All you need is a big lens and to magnify, almost there now. In fact, Panasonic did that. Panasonic showed in CES using our 2K TV and a 2K display, and this is equivalent to about 200-inch TV. 200-inch TV in this size already. And they showed it at CES already last month. So and they're using special optics. I don't have time to go to the optics. The optics is 3M Coping developed the optics. And basically is make it very thin and make the light keep on bouncing inside. So you can make it very thin. Okay, that's for VR. That's for AR. You can actually have transparent, I think, using multiple bounds also. Very thin glass. you can do an AR glass. This is the thing, and this is a very sharp image. It doesn't have any distortion. So I'm going to finish that. I think within this decade, what we're building is a digital ear and digital eyeballs. We're turning our digital analog ear and analog eyeball into digital ears. With that, everything can be possible. I'm going to finish off. This is my prediction. I think the first round, people will come out with audio glass. You already seen 3. The Solo will be the 4th one. And then the VR and AR glass will come in. Finally, there's a mixture of everything together, okay? And I think at least 2 of them probably will make it in the best list in this coming decade. And I think end up is going to be like this. It's like a basketball player's glasses, and it has all the cameras, everything together. And this probably happen close to the end of this decade. Thank you.